Ashley Jackson. I will be doing your assessment today. I'm from Lewis Thompson Bowersock and Associates, and we will be doing a biopsychosocial assessment. This will be talking about your mind, your body, and your social interaction. Can I start off with your name?
My name is Tiana.
Well, hey Tiana, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How old are you?
I am 21.
And your ethnicity?
I am African American, as you can see.
Well, basically this assessment will be giving me background information about you and just things about you. So, what problem or crisis led you to seek treatment at this time?
Well, I've been having a hard time to deal with a event that occurred in my past. I was raped by one of my close guy friends, so I really need help with dealing with that.
Okay, what do you hope to gain from seeking help? Like, what kind of treatment? What do you want to gain from this?
Well, honestly, right now, I just really want to be able to trust again. I want to gain self-confidence. I have a low self-esteem, so I really feel like I need someone to help me to be able to boost my self-esteem.
Okay, I think previously stated you said that this led you to alcohol. So can we talk about your alcohol and drug history? Like describe your first use of alcohol, what age, what happened, where, and who were you with?
I was 14 years old with my aunt and her best friend, and they just kind of begged me to drink, and I just did it.
Describe how your drinking has developed or progressed from the first time that you used it until now.
From about 14 to 19, it increased more, but from 19 to maybe 21, it kind of has decreased only because I don't really go out as much and I don't really have as many friends, I can say. So.
Okay, so other than any other substance, is alcohol the only substance you use and you use it often, right?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever attended AA meeting?
No.
Okay, what ways and means have you used to try to stop drinking?
So far, I just kind of just try not to spend money on alcohol. I try not to go out as much because that really contributes to a lot of my drinking when I'm out. So I try to stay home as much as possible.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is you have tried to control your amount of drinking.
Yes.
When you tried to control your amount of drinking, what happened? Like, what was the after effect? Did it help or no?
Well, when I don't drink, it makes me think about a lot of things, and I feel like if I do drink, I feel a sense of being safe. I'm not really thinking about past events that occurred in my life.
Okay. How did you actually try to stop drinking?
I never really
excuse me. How did you try to hide your drinking issue?
I never really try to hide it.
Okay. When do you do most of your drinking?
Most of my drinking I do at home because, as I stated, I don't really go out. So.
Okay. Well, we're getting somewhere. So, how often have you been intoxicated in the past 6 months?
At least 5 times.
Okay. So I do see that your alcohol intake has decreased because within the past 6 months you only been intoxicated 5 times. So that's a good start. So, how many times have you been high in the past 6 months if you do smoke?
No, none. I don't smoke at all.
Okay. What does drinking do for you?
It makes me feel good. I have no worries. I feel no pain. I just feel carefree. I feel like I can just take on the world when I'm drinking.
Okay, so would you consider yourself an alcoholic?
No, I wouldn't.
Do you want to stop drinking?
I mean, yes, because sometimes I don't like the after feeling, but then it's no because I don't feel like it's doing really so much of any harm to me.
Okay. So since you say you're not an alcoholic, what is your definition of an alcoholic?
I think an alcoholic is someone who can't control their drinking, who goes to alcohol when there's any type of situation that, just any overwhelming situation that they can't handle.
Okay, are you chemically dependent?
No.
Okay. So, we will talk about how alcohol and drugs affected your life in these following areas. Health will be one. So, include any accidents, injuries while under the influence, or illnesses.
After sometimes I get headaches. I vomit. Sometimes I get real like my stomach spins. Maybe hot and I'm cold sometimes. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay. How does this affect your family?
I mean, my family doesn't really know about my alcohol issues, so.
So, with sexuality, any desires, frequencies, any promiscuity, obsession with porno, unwanted pregnancies, anything in that nature of sexuality, dealing with alcohol?
No, when I'm drinking alcohol, sex is not really on my mind. Um, yeah, I never had to deal with anything like that.
Okay. How does this affect you socially?
I think that it makes the people in my life just not want to be around me.
Okay. Your self worth.
I really think that I don't know. Like, what when you say that, what are you trying to say?
Like, how do you feel? Like, do your feelings about yourself change when you get drunk? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel weaker? Do you feel so more social? Like, how do you feel about yourself after you drink? Do you feel smarter? Do you feel
When I'm drinking and I'm drunk, I have to be drunk to feel certain ways. I do feel stronger, although I'm very, very weak, and I do feel smarter, like I just know everything. Um, that's about it.
okay? Your family of origin. Can you describe the community or the neighborhood you grew up in?
Um, it was just your normal neighborhood, kids outside playing. I'm from a small town, so everybody, knew each other. My mom grew up with my classmates' parents, so it was just like it was nothing that was out of the ordinary. Like as a child, I didn't notice anything that.
Okay, so would you describe your family well off, comfortable, poor, or struggling?
I can say for my small town, we are very well off. For my small town, I can say we always live very comfortably.
Uh, describe your home life as a child.
Well, I did grow up with both parents till I was about 15. So I was about 15. My mom, she doesn't drink alcohol at all, doesn't smoke. My dad would drink, he would have a couple beers from time to time, but he wouldn't drink like hard liquor in front of us. So,
Okay. So what cultural traditions were practiced in your family? And what spiritual traditions were practiced in your family? Basically.
I mean, to answer both questions is, we're Christian. We celebrate Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, just a normal family.
Okay. Are you adopted?
No.
Can you tell me a little about your mother's occupation, religion, and ethnicity?
Well, just like me, she's African American. She's a Christian woman. Um, she's been working in the school system for about maybe 15 years. She's a director of social work right now. Um, she works with domestic violence. She also do homebound where she goes and just speak with, I guess, girls who are pregnant. I don't know what she really does, but somewhere in that line.
Okay. Can you tell me about your father's occupation?
He has no occupation.
Okay. His religion.
Who knows? Only God knows.
Okay. So take it that your father is living, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Can you tell me about your siblings? Your brothers and sisters.
Um, well, it's my sister Ashley, who is, we're 11 months apart, so we're the same age for like a month. She's 20. Then it's my brother Travis, we call him DJ. He's 14. Then Kobe, who's the baby, he is 11. Yeah, he's 11. And those we all have the same mom and dad. And my father's daughter is 12. She's older than Kobe.
Okay. So, how was discipline handled in your family when you were growing up?
Well, we did get whoopings with belts, which is punishment. Cell phones taken away, couldn't go out.
So, were you ever physically abused by your mother, your father, or either someone else?
No.
Okay. Were you spanked with anything other than your hand?
Yes, the belt or switch.
Were you left alone for any period of time when you were younger, prior to the age of 12?
No.
Okay. How did your parents feel about the use of alcohol? Your use of alcohol. About no, how did they feel about the use of alcohol with them using?
Well, my mom, she, I mean, she really doesn't feel some type. I mean, she just feel like I shouldn't drink as much, and she just let me know I don't drink as much. And my dad, I don't think he really cares.
So, your mother doesn't drink with your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. How did your parents get along with each other? Did they argue? Did they have fist fights?
Well, I mean, sometimes it was good and sometimes it was bad.
Was anyone injured in a fight?
Mm, I mean, it got a little heated sometimes. So.
Did your parents divorce? If so, how old were you?
That summer had just turned 15 years old.
Okay. So after divorce, who did you live with?
My mom.
Okay. Did your parents ever remarry?
No.
Okay. Please describe briefly a significant childhood event. It could be death, verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, or anything that's happened in your life.
Well, a couple. I'm trying to think. Are we talking about like death, or what are we talking about?
It can be death, verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, a serious illness or injury of yourself or a family member.
Well, when I was probably, well, a couple years ago, my grandmother was killed. I think that had a lot to do with everything, just dealing with that. And also, when I was 7, my cousin was also killed. She was 6. She was 6 or 7. So yeah. those two things. And I was sexually abused at the age of 14, as I stated before, from one of my guy friends, which has really put a dent in my life.
Okay, so can you describe your social support system with your peers, your significant other, or other support that you may have?
Um, I mean, I have a good relationship with my mom. We talk every day. Um, that's about it. I don't really have too many friends, so
Okay, describe your current significant friendships. You just stated you don't have friends, so we can move on. Have you ever been arrested?
uh, no, I haven't. Yeah, no.
Okay. Briefly describe your views on your spirituality or your religion.
I mean, I believe in God, and I believe that there's no higher power than God. So,
Have your views changed as a result of your drinking?
no, they're still the same.
Okay, and now we'll be talking about mental and emotional. Have you ever had thoughts of suicide?
No.
Have you ever thought you were losing your mind?
Yes, I have.
Okay, can you explain?
Sometimes when I'm drinking and I get drunk, I just think I'm going crazy. I think I'm hearing things. Um, I think I'm seeing things, especially if I'm in a relationship with somebody. I swear they cheating on me, and I just lash out and act the fool. So, yeah.
Have you ever had strange or disturbing thoughts?
Yeah, I have. Especially when I'm drunk. I make up stuff.
Have you physically hurt another person?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about your educational background. Are you currently in school? If so, what is your current grade?
Yes, I am in school. I am a junior right now, and I attend Savannah State University.
Okay. What are your current grades in your classes?
A, B, C. Exactly how the alphabet starts.
Okay. Grades prior to chemical use. What grades? What were your grades before chemical use? You started drinking. Were they the same, or did they change?
They always been the same. That drinking hasn't really affect, that part of my life.
Okay. So have you ever been expelled, suspended?
No, I haven't.
Okay. No behavior problems at school. Are you involved in any current sports?
As of now, no.
Okay. Sporting activities prior to your chemical use?
I used to cheer. I used to run track, and I also used to tumble.
Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with a learning disability or feel the struggle with learning material that seems easier for others?
No.
Okay, this is the major portion of your assessment. Basically, I see that you're here because you were sexually abused as a teenager, and it has impacted your life due to your social interaction with others and caused your alcohol abuse. So I'm going to ask you some questions about your sexual history so I can make sure that I have everything that I need to know to further assist you and give you resources. What is your sexual orientation? Is it heterosexual, bisexual, or homosexual?
I am as straight as they come.
At what age did you start having sex?
Well, not by choice. I was sexually abused at the age of 14. So if that counts for anything.
Okay. So when this happened, did you practice safe sex?
I was raped, so he did not use protection.
Okay, so I see that you have been sexually abused, correct?
Yes.
Have you ever been forced or coerced into sexual activity against your will?
Of course.
Okay. Have you ever forced another person in sexual activity against their will?
No, I have not.
Okay. So, this is client's perspective. Basically, I want to know your perspective about yourself. What are your personal strengths?
I can say I can consider myself as strong because of everything that has happened. I haven't given up. Yes, I drink alcohol to take the pain away, to get a better feeling, to, not think about it, but I can honestly say that I've been dealing with it.
Okay, what is your personal weakness or weaknesses?
My weakness is that I really, really have a low self-esteem. I just, I can't really think of myself as being pretty or I'm not confident. I just don't think that I'm really worth anything.
Okay, this is the last question. What issues do you need to address in your treatment to stay sober?
Well, first, I think I just need to admit that my drinking can get out of control, even though it's not where it used to be. But I have my moments where it can get out of control. So first, I feel like I really need to just say to myself that I drink a little too much at times, but I also need help with other things, as in how do I do that? Like, how can I not drink to solve my problems? What else would I do?
Okay, well, basically, you have three problems. You have your drinking problem, the problem with your sexual abuse, and also your low self-esteem. So, for one, we can do many self-esteem activities to try to boost and build your self-esteem up. I can push you in classes or support groups with people who have been sexually abused so that you can get your story out, because I see that you haven't really been talking about the situation with anyone, so you can talk about the situation so you can feel like that's a weight lifted off your shoulders. And also, you can get into AA classes for your drinking, and these three things will help you move forward in your life so that you won't have to look back and always think about these things hindering you.
So, which would you consider the best resource for me as of now? Out of those that you just named?
Well, basically, we can start off with the low self-esteem, and then that will get you back on track. That will build you up so you can talk about more of your sexual abuse. Then we can further work on your drinking.
Okay, and for the AA meetings, would it be like a support group or would I be one-on-one?
It would be basically a support group where you would be along with your peers who experience the same issues. Y'all would talk amongst yourselves and try to find different ways to solve each other's issues. But also, you will have a leader there who is a social worker who will be able to help all of you at the same time and give you different resources and give you different knowledge on things that you should do when in those situations.
Okay, so will I be able to come back and speak with you?
Yes, you would. I'm gonna make a week. We're gonna meet in a week, and we're gonna do a follow up on the AA meeting, and then after that we'll go from there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.